why? Imagine that there was a gift that would allow you to take ownership of your life physically and financially and allow you to wake up every single day and live your life the way you choose. How many of you could get excited about that? It's pretty awesome, isn't it? This is why your friend has invited you here. We have a gift, a solution, and we want to share it with you. We want to pay it forward. And along with the gift of physical health, you're also going to learn about what we can do for your financial health. So my name is Angela Martin King, and I was once in your shoes. Just over a year ago, I was a burnt-out chiropractor, fat, unfit, and consistently exhausted. I'd lost all of the light in my life. I was also up to my neck in student debt, barely paying the bills and not being able to take any time off or vacation to rest. I was like a zombie, a shadow of the person I used to be, trudging along just to get through my day. And then a friend showed me this very same solution we're going to share with you. It absolutely changed my life. My health changed. My health is actually now the best it's ever been in my life, and it's constantly improving. My finances actually improved. And suddenly the student loan debt that was hanging over my head didn't seem so big. The wonderful thing is I actually got to go on 2 paid vacations last year, paid by the company that we partner with. How amazing is that? And all of this because somebody showed me how I could start my life. So along with me tonight, this is my friend Katie Kirk. She is an amazing, amazing woman. Katie Kirk has reached a level that of course means nothing to you at this point, but a crystal executive level in the company we partnered with. And what I love most about Katie is that she is a go-getter. She is an achiever, and she's also one of the funnest people I know. So I'm so excited to let you welcome Katie later on in the call. So Katie, I know she's in the background right there. So hi, Katie. And this is me, as I mentioned, Angela. My name is Angela. I am a chiropractor, and I joined this company because it gave me the opportunity to do things that I could not do in my chiropractic office. Now, this webinar is meant to be interactive in order to feel like you're part of the party, because this is fun. I'm going to ask you to agree to play at 100%. So we're going to have some interactive parts. And when we ask you to jump in, please do. Please try and give me some answers. Pay attention and give us some of the feedback. We'll try to answer all of your questions during the webinar. And if we don't answer your question while we're going through the webinar, make sure that you hang out and bring it up at the end. What I can do is unmute you at that point, and you can bring out the question so we can help you out. Okay? So it's very imperative that you know that your question is probably somebody else's question. So we're going to talk about them in the end. Okay, are we ready to go? All right. As you can see on the screen, if you're watching, I've got 3 pictures: the destination, the vehicle, and the rocket fuel. So in order to get where you want to go in life, you have to have a destination in mind, right? You need to know where you're headed. You also need to know how you're going to get there and what vehicle you're going to use to travel there. You also need to have a fuel, because you need to have something that's going to fuel you and power you to get somewhere. Now, why am I talking about this? We're going to talk about your destination in life, the vehicle that you're going to use to get there, and the rocket fuel that you're going to use to propel yourself to get there. So before we do that, I want to give you an outline of what we're going to do tonight so you can focus on what we're doing. Today, we're going to focus on your destination in life. We're going to help share with you a vehicle that we've found and that is helping us build our dream lives. And we're going to help you decide if this is something that's right for you. If it is, from there on, you're going to get to partner with us, and we're going to support you and help you build your dream life while helping others. Sounds pretty cool, right? Awesome. So the big question is, are you living your ideal life? So I want you to close your eyes and just have a little visualization. Think about, if time and money was not an issue, what would your day look like? How would you feel? Where would you go? Who would you hang out with? What does it feel like to be able to be free? That's what your friend invited you here for. Would it make sense that that's how life is meant to be lived? Or does it make more sense to do the things we don't enjoy, struggle our way through life just to make money, and then get old and not get to do all these things? We're taught so many things while we're growing up, that we have to go to school and we have to get a good paying job and we accumulate a lot of debt doing it, and we don't get the time to do the things we love. We don't get to live our lives. So that's great if you're happy with going to work every day, working 9 to 5 or 9 to 7 and coming home and sitting on the couch. But you're here, which means that's not you. And it's not like us either. So let's go back, way back, and take a look at what life is like from the perspective of a child. So give me 1 sec, we're going to watch a video.
Imagine yourself 90 years old on a porch in a rocking chair, looking back on your life. Got that image? Good. Now let me tell you, studies show that the biggest regret from elderly people on their deathbed is not what they did, it's what they didn't do, the risks they never took. How sad would it be to get to the end of your life and realize you never truly lived? This is your life, nobody else's. No matter how much the society, your parents, your friends want you to live the way they want you to live, you run the show. When you shut your eyes and go to sleep at night, the entire world ceases to exist. And when you wake up, it's born again. This is your life. You're in control. You gotta do what feels right in your heart. Now go back to the rocking chair and think, what will your future self say about the ideas you never created, the books you never wrote, the words you never spoke? Because you were tired, or you were scared, or you wanted to fit in and be cool. But greatness ain't about being cool. A great man or woman will never fit in, 'cause they stand out. But I get it. You want it easy. But if greatness was easy, you would see a lot of successful people and a lot of great people. Astronauts, professional athletes, or superheroes. But you don't. You see a lot of people with big mouths making excuses on Facebook, trying to get likes. But they don't even like themselves. See, the difference between winners and losers is persistence. It ain't talent, it's persistence. My teacher told me about the bamboo tree. After planting the seed, it takes 5 years for it to break through the ground. That's 5 whole years of attention, care, and water every day. If you miss a day, it dies right there. But once it breaks through the ground, after those 5 years, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. So your journey isn't going to be easy. It's going to take time. You have a dream. People are going to laugh. They won't see what you see. They'll say, what is that idiot doing? Watering the ground. They're incapable of seeing a plant that's planted inside of you. They have sight, but no vision. Only you have a vision. So let them laugh. They'll say, be real. Be realistic. But realism is often an excuse for pessimism. And you can't let other people's opinions define your reality. So let them laugh. But I guarantee you will find one successful person in history that people didn't laugh at. Stop worrying about your reputation, because your reputation is what people think about you. Your character is who you are. Make the commitment wholeheartedly Stop thinking and just do it. Do it for you, the real you, because you deserve it. You don't get a do-over in life, so live your dreams. You don't gotta be great to get started, but you gotta get started to be great.
Sorry about that. You got to get started to be great. That's pretty powerful, isn't it? We have to get started in changing our lives in order to actually change our lives. Every time I see that video, it makes me think back to my younger years, and it's really funny. I see the names of two people who knew me in high school, and I think they would, if they'd met me a year and a half ago before I joined this company, they wouldn't have recognized me. But I'm glad to say they recognize me now, not just physically, but also the person that I am again. So it's pretty powerful stuff. So let's go back to you. In order to get to your life's destination, we must choose a vehicle to get you there. And we choose to partner with one of the best companies we found, Isagenix. So imagine for a moment as you've a calendar sitting in front of you. The calendar has no appointments. This month, it has no appointments, no meetings, no work schedule. Every single day in this month is open. And instead of having the month of June written at the top of the calendar, it reads, do what moves you. That's the only instructions on this month. So what would you do? Again, where would you go? Who would you spend your time with? And how would you feel while you were able to do that? How would you approach your month if money and time were not a consequence to what you did? Now expand that month and think about what you could do in 6 months. Would you travel? Would you backpack around the world? Would you volunteer somewhere, give your time to someone else? What would you do with 6 months of no commitments? Now, what about a year? What could you do in a year of freedom? Imagine that this wasn't a hypothetical game, but it was your permanent reality. I believe that in this time, with this changing world, we have the ability to design our lives like this every day. So I want you to share, there's a comment box over there. I want you to share some of the things that you dream of doing. Go ahead and write them in that question box and let's see what we've got. Come on, guys, what are you dreaming of doing? Oh, I see someone that wants to travel. Backpacking, that's awesome. That's one of the things that I love to do too. What else do we have here? Vacation with my kids, that's awesome. Sorry, the comments are not showing up as well as they normally are. Ah, good. Somebody wants to volunteer. Oh, go to Nepal versus sending money. I love that one. That's really cool because we can send money all we want. Our time is more valuable. Our connection with the people is more valuable. That's awesome. I see so many themes there. And many of the themes that we do see when we ask some of this question is spending more time with our family, because often we have to trade that off, and spending time giving back to other people because somebody's given to us at some point. We see travel. We see spending time doing things that we loved, hobbies, all the things that we left behind. Doesn't it seem like work is getting in the way? Your destination, what if you could get there? What if there was another way? So the vehicle we use is network marketing, and we'll go into explain this a little bit later. But in the ability to show people an amazing product company that they can partner with, we can actually work together to build something even bigger. And the Rocket Fuel, the company that we've partnered with, is called Isagenix, and they are one of the world's leading health and wellness companies. So 86,000 hours of working that you do over your life. You live 5 days a week for someone else, and we only get 2 days to ourselves. And how many of you out there dread Monday because dread Monday's coming for half of the day of Sunday? What's holding you back from getting that destination and living your free year? The average person works 40 hours a week, 48 weeks a year, for at least 45 years of their lives, and they don't even like their jobs. It's too much time spent doing something you don't love. So let's get real. Are you taking control of your life and taking responsibility for where you're going and getting to your destination? Or do you have your head in the sand? Are you making excuses and are you blaming others? I want you to be really honest in this moment with yourself. And I also want you to be really open to looking at another way that's going to be exciting and fun. So, did you know that you had 37 hours of free time every week? We spend 56 hours or so sleeping and 40, maybe a bit more working, 35 hours eating, traveling, showering, doing all the things that you've got to do for your life. And then at the end of that week, you've got 37 hours of free time. The question is, how are you using it? Are you using it to build your dream? Are you using it to talk to people on Facebook or watch TV? I mean, if that's what really makes you happy, playing on social media and watching TV, then that's awesome. But you're watching this right now. Obviously, you're looking for something else. Now, we have found a way to use those hours, not all of them. We found a way to use those hours to leverage what we're doing with network marketing. So I know some of you out there are thinking, what is network marketing? And some of you may have an idea of what network marketing is. We do network marketing every day of our lives. It's really simple, but we actually choose not to get paid for it. For example, my husband and I went out for dinner the other night. We went to this really nice place called the Dam Pub. We had a really beautiful dinner. We met a fantastic staff there. And of course, what did I do? Right away, I sent it out on Instagram and I sent it out in social media, my Facebook profile. I put a picture of us up. I looked at it this morning. There were 50 likes. This was last night for dinner. I know that some of my friends, based on that picture, are going to go to the Dam Pub. I've already had 2 people actually send me texts and say, what did you have? Was it gluten-free? And I said, yes. So here I am. I'm network marketing right now. The Dam Pub restaurant is not going to give me a discount for sending in more clients, or more customers, I should say. It would be awesome if they did, but I did that for free because I thought they're a great restaurant and I wanted to share that idea with other people. Now, what if every time I sent a friend over to that restaurant, the restaurant gave me a 20% off coupon? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Even more so, what if every time those friends went to the Dam Pub restaurant, and it's that good that you'd go back quite a few times, every time they did that, the company sent me a 20% discount? That's network marketing. Even more powerful, what if that restaurant gave me a 20% coupon every time my friends' friends went? The power of network marketing is not in who you invite to join and do what you're doing, products or whatever. The power is in the huge network that opens up when you do that. And I think it's a very powerful thing. We do it every day. So why is network marketing so awesome? For one, I own a business. I'm a chiropractor. I spent a lot of money going through my education and a lot of money opening my business. More money actually than we owe on our mortgage. So if you can imagine, network marketing businesses, there's really no overhead. You just buy the product and that's what you use for your overhead. In a traditional business, you have to have employees. You've got to have budgeting systems. You've got to have managers and office people. You've got to do all this stuff. But even just to open a business, it's going to cost you tons of money to buy a place or rent a space. With network marketing, we don't have to have any of that. We don't have to have any special degrees. We don't have to have all this overhead, and we don't have to rent a space. We also get a lot of things that are advantages to us, which include tax advantages. We get the ability to leverage the education, the personalities, and the efforts of other people. So in network marketing, you get to be a partner with a team. And as a business owner that owns a brick and mortar business, I'll tell you, most other businesses are cutthroat. I love network marketing because I get to work with my friends. Now, some of you might know this man. He's the guy that wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I completely agree with his perspective. The richest people in the world look for and build networks. Just think of all the people that you know that you really respect. They're well known. They have lots of friends. And if they asked you for a favor, you'd probably say yes. Robert Kiyosaki says those are the richest people in the world. And he's not talking about just finances. They're the smart ones. Everybody else looks for a job. So, to follow up on that, I want to show you a little bit more about network marketing and why it's so important in becoming a huge thing in the way that the world works right now. I'm not going to tell you I'm an expert on it, but these guys are experts. This is a documentary that was filmed with quite a few experts in the industry. So give me a sec and we'll get you there.
The world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades about the workplace being this secure place to work the rest of your life.
For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure. This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you. There's something wrong. That on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%. Technology is accelerating. Job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be. Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way. We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, once you leave it, look at all this over here, look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way. The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all the displaced unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans, industrial age is over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
How many of you out there thought that going to school and getting a good job was the way to go? I did. And when I first was introduced to network marketing, I was actually amazed at how powerful the opportunity was and how I could actually build a residual income which would protect my family from hard times and in case for me when my business wasn't doing as well. I love that opportunity, and I think it's a very powerful thing to know that there's an ability to build a residual income into your life. Because before this, all I knew is that if I wrote a book, I would have residual income. So residual income is income that you would get if you did something once and it continues to pay you over and over again. So like writing a book, you only write it once. Network marketing is like that. It's a pretty powerful idea. So now when we're considering the fuel that you're going to use to get to your destination, it's important to look at 4 key criteria to looking at which company you'd like to join. One is market trends. Are they able to identify the major trends in the market and position their products or opportunity in front of those trends. The solutions that they offer, are they great solutions? Are they the solutions that people are looking for, actively looking for, and willing to pay for? Of course, being in a world-class partnership, the company that you're partnering with is very important. I mean, you wouldn't want to partner with a company that was low in ethics, right? So, and the last thing, I think this is the most important one, is your opportunity. How do you get involved? What is that opportunity for you? And is it actually something that you can do? So let's talk about the market trends. What's going on in our world right now? What's big? Well, the weight loss industry is huge. And this is because there's a huge health crisis going on. The growth of the weight market is growing at such a phenomenal, scary rate. It's estimated to be $672 billion for 2015. We are just getting fatter and sicker, and we are paying tons of money to regain our health. Over 69% of Americans are overweight. What does that tell you about our economy and our health? And what is that? What's the opportunity to help those people? How many of you guys go to the gym? How much have you spent on gym memberships, equipment, special programs, and foods? The fitness trend is exploding, and this is a huge opportunity market. What about anti-aging? Who wants to look good forever? And how many of you have parents or grandparents who would love to look and feel younger? There are so many people over the age of 65, more than in any other period in the history of mankind. And imagine if you had a program that would help them stay fit, gain lean muscle, and keep them out of a nursing home for much longer. Wouldn't that be cool? And then, of course, student debt. Okay, this is something that's really a problem. Did you know that student debt right now is higher than credit card debt in North America? Students are coming out of school and they're not being able to get jobs in their field. They're spending a lot of money to get the education that they have, and they're working at low-paying jobs. I don't think that's fair. I don't think any of you think that's fair either. The need for money in students is causing a lot of stress as well. And there's so much job uncertainty in the market, high student debt loads, and the students and young people are living on credit. They're unable to pay bills. They never move out of their homes with their parents, and they're working more and more hours and making less and less money. I don't think that's fair that they should continue trading their time and health for even more stress. Here goes another one. Money and work are primary stressors for 76% of people. I'd say probably higher than that. The only people that don't have money and work as stressors in their life are probably people that are already in network marketing. So imagine being in a business that combines all of these massive trends, the trends in health, the trends in money. All of those trends are, I bet you right now are thinking of 2 or 3 people that you know that need help in one of those solutions. The wonderful thing is you're going to have that solution right here. Now I'm going to let Eric Coover speak about the changing status quo in education and the way that the world works. He's a little bit more articulate than I am, so if you give me a sec, we will get to that.
You know, so often we're programmed to go to school, get a degree, enter the workforce, trade time for money, live paycheck to paycheck, and then work the 40-hour-a-week plan for 40 years until we're 65 years old. And then we can go and enjoy our life. And that's really setting our life up for a life of mediocrity. So the Start Your Life movement is a group of passionate, motivated, like-minded young people who are going against the status quo. And we're not content with being chained to a cubicle for the rest of our life. The truth is that we want to travel the world and experience incredible adventures. We want to be able to retire our mom and dad. We want to have the ability to wake up every single day knowing that we can contribute on a massive scale. So how do all these young people achieve this extraordinary life? We've done it through 2 main avenues. One is the business model of network marketing, and the other is aligning ourselves with a company called Isagenix. Now, Isagenix has health products that produce visual and emotional results for people. So if you're looking to shed some weight, if you're looking to put on lean muscle mass, if you're looking to increase your energy levels, Isagenix has health products that provide solutions for people. When you have something that works like that, it's natural to want to go share that with people that you care about. We go out and get paid to change people's lives on these products. We are showing young people how to take ownership of their life physically and financially and live a life of total freedom and contribution, and really telling the status quo to shove it, because life is too short to be mediocre. Why not be extraordinary?
Life is too short to be mediocre. Such a powerful statement. And the first time I heard it, I thought, wow, I'm living small. I'm not living up to my potential. But this has given me the ability to change that, and I'm hoping that's what it's going to do for you. It's amazing to be able to do that. And what's even more amazing is when you help somebody with this company, the results are so profound and evoke such visual and emotional changes in people that they can't help but tell more people about it and bring more people in. It's an amazing program. Now at this point, I'd love to welcome as a guest one of the most amazing people I know, Miss Katie Kirk. So Katie and I met through the company, and even though we're not partners in the same team, we're part of a team that we help each other, and Katie and I are just great friends. And she is, I know I told you a little bit about her, but Katie is a go-getter. She's one of the one of the best realtors I've ever met. She's in Toronto, very, very good at her job. Was living an amazing life as a realtor, but she too had some problems with her health and in the fact that she was trading a lot of time and her health to make the money that she needed to do her job. So at this point, I'd like to welcome in Miss Katie Kirk. And if you are, let's all give her a round of applause. Hi, Katie. I'll clap for everybody.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Well, wherever all of you are tuning in from, we're going to give a clap back to Angela. Hopefully you can hear me as well and send you some appreciation. And you know what I love in just listening to you week after week as we roll this out to the globe, you are really aligning, and showing yourself to your own destination, and by doing that, you're helping others to do the same, and I'm seeing it unfold right before my eyes. So I'm just so excited to celebrate with you, and you really make me want to be a better leader. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, Katie.
So obviously, Angela did an amazing job painting the picture of the destination and vehicle and the fuel that the company we choose to partner with, Isagenix. And hopefully by now you understand that we're really ahead of our time, and given the first criteria and market trends, the second trend that we go through are the Isagenix solutions. And this vision statement really underpins everything that Isagenix is about. And so I'll just read it to you, and maybe you can post in the comments what really stands out for you. So our vision is to ignite all young people to own their lives physically and financially, and through our contributions, create freedom and a lasting legacy. So I'd like you to take a second and see what lands on you, and maybe Angela, you can share some of the responses as to, what people are tying to from that vision.
Wow, I'm seeing people wanting to to be able to travel, and I'm seeing people wanting to change other people's and their family's health. That's really important. Not getting as many answers here. Guys, come on, jump in. I don't know.
Just as we're...
Oh, I'm seeing one. Time, freedom, and contribute more around the world. Thank you. That's what we want to see. Like for me, I want to be able to, I'm an animal person, so one of my dreams is to be able to build a facility where any animal that needs my help can come in and get treatment, and it's not going to be about how much that owner is going to be willing to pay. It's going to be what they can pay so that their animal can get treatment, so that no animal's left behind. All right, that's great. Are you there, Katie? Katie? Oh, I hope we didn't lose Katie there. Katie, are you there? Okay, guys. Well, it looks like we may have lost Katie right there. So, being that this is Katie's little talking spot, I'm going to just jump in and do my best to carry on where she was until she can jump back in. Okay, so let me jump in here. So, here we go. So the rocket fuel that we're looking at right now is the company of Isagenix. And we'll go into a little bit more about the company and why we chose this company to be partnered with. And before we do that, I want to make a little bit of a statement here, because it's very important that everybody on the line here knows that Isagenix is a food company. We're not a medical company, we're not a drug company, and none of the products that we're going to talk about are intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent anything. And as well, when we talk about finances and the income opportunity, I want you to understand that this is network marketing, not net sit on your butt, play on Facebook marketing. This is going to take some effort. It is going to take some of your time. And for those people that are willing to do the do, there's going to be a huge opportunity to leverage and build something amazing. So, yeah, so keep that in mind while we go through this. Okay, so let's go into the Isagenix solutions. So as you can see, Isagenix, and we've already talked about it, Isagenix has solutions for weight loss. I mean, if you just look at the picture here, both of these people, and the fact is I've met most of these people, they're both amazing people, but both of these people have physically transformed their lives. Kellyanne Zander, and you can see her on the right-hand side, is a very good friend of mine and Katie's. And right now, if Katie was on the line, she's going to tell you a wonderful story about Kellyanne and how Kellyanne got her started. And Kellyanne was actually a real estate client of Katie's. And Kellyanne knew that Katie was, she was in search of something to change her life. Kellyanne was one of those women that had tried everything. She'd done everything possible to change her life. She tried all the diets, she tried all the fads. She was still a physically active woman. And it wasn't until she tried the products of Isagenix that she was able to transform into that body there. So both of these two, Craig Coleman and Kellyanne Zander here, are champions the IsaBody challenge that we have with our company. And we have so many people that have transformed like this. It's amazing. We also have solutions for energy and athletic performance. And if you know anybody who's an athlete, you'll know how hard it is for them to actually stay fit, energized, and on track. And a lot of them will spend their times working out with super complicated programs, and they're adding all of these supplements and stuff to their food. And in reality, that can be almost as hassling as setting up workout programs. I know I've had some issues setting up workout programs, but Isagenix, it's amazing. All of these athletes here have joined the company just like you can, and they pay for their food. We don't endorse at all. So each one of them has chosen Isagenix as the fuel to help them fuel their performance. And if you look here, you're probably going to recognize some of these athletes, and these are some of our Isagenix athletes. And like I said, none of them are endorsed athletes. Jana Pittman, at the top corner in the left, is an Olympic bobsled champion from Australia. And the thing about her, what I really like, is she not only has been a champion in the winter, but was the first woman to actually become a champion in both the winter and the Summer Olympics. Natalie Cook in the middle has been to the Olympics. She's also from Australia. She's been to the Olympics 5 times. And she you know, she was getting older in her career. She'd been 5 times, that's a lot of times, to the Olympics. And when she put Isagenix in her body, she was able to make it that 5th time. She's a huge advocate for our company. And then you can see down in the bottom, we've got all these wonderful NFL players. And it's great to know that professional athletes in our country and our continent are using our products to fuel their performance. And the last one to note is Jeremy up at the top. Jeremy is somebody that I really, really align with, because he saw the opportunity, and instead of partnering with another company for an endorsement and taking that money for himself, he's actually built a business around network marketing with Isagenix and has donated everything he makes into a fund for bettering kids. I think that's awesome. We also have solutions in healthy aging, and it's really important because we face so much toxicity in our world, and aging is really a component of things that we face, such as toxins, obesity, the disease process, and not having proper nutrition in our food. And healthy aging, we all have to be thinking about that because we're all aging. So I love that this company has something set up for me as I grow older, and of course my family and you guys. So here, this is the Isagenix solutions in the nutshell. I'm going to go into a little bit about the main pillars of the products, just to give you an idea of what the foundation is built on and how it works. I know this webinar is, we're not going to be able to give you as much information as you might need on each product, and that's where at the end you definitely can contact myself or Katie or whoever invited you to this webinar to get more information on the program that's going to work best for you. Okay. Awesome. So Isoline Shake is one of the pillars, the foundations of our products. This shake is probably one of the best shakes I've ever tasted. So it tastes fantastic, which is really important, but it's also the most nutritionally sound that I've seen. And being in the healthcare field, I've seen a lot of products because clients or patients would come in all the time and ask me if something was good for them and they should do it. What I really love about the shakes is they're really high in protein. They've got good carbs, good fats. They're great for making you feel full and keeping you energized through your day. They're a perfect meal replacement, and we have options for all different kinds of people. So everything from a regular shake for almost everyone. We've got a vegan shake. We've got a higher protein shake for athletes. We even have a pure whey protein so that you can choose to put in pure whey protein and up the content of your shake or whatever you so choose. Now, Cleanse for Life, this is one of the big things that makes Isagenix different from a lot of other products and companies out there. Our bodies are constantly been bombarded by toxins and chemicals, and our bodies are not meant to deal with all of that stuff. We're meant to live in the natural world. And as the world industrialized and all of these toxins and impurities came into our environment, our body has not learned how to deal with them. So instead, we internalize them. They get stored in fat. So if you ever wonder why, no matter what you do that's supposed to make you healthy, you can't lose weight, you can't lose fat. And if you do lose the fat, it comes rolling back in a month or two. The reason why is the toxins that are stuck in your body. So Cleanse for Life is a natural herbal supplement that actually fires up your organs to help detoxification. Pretty cool. And so you know, because I know you're wondering, when we're talking about cleanse, we're talking about organ cleanse. So you won't be sitting on the toilet all day. Now this is my favorite product, Ionic Supreme. And the reason why is because it's nature's answer to stress. It contains a bunch of adaptogens, and adaptogens are biological chemicals, so biological coming from plants. I shouldn't even call them chemicals, that just makes them sound funny. But they are biological ingredients, let's call them that, that come out of real plants, and they help your body adapt to changes in the environment, changes in stress level in your body, so chemical stress, physical stress, even emotional stress. They help with faster recovery and working out. So I love this because when I'm having a bad day, this is like liquid gold. And again, something that's very important is that our food is deficient right now. It's nutritionally deficient. We've destroyed our top layer of soil, the microbes and stuff we've destroyed by putting pesticides and stuff and everything on the food. And so our food doesn't have as much minerals and nutrients in it as it used to. So this is our box of vitamins that we have, which actually helps you, gives you more vitamins than you normally would expect to get in a vitamin capsule. And it's very, very absorbable. So most vitamins, when you take them, are only about 8% absorbable. These ones are actually closer to 90%. So you're going to get your money's worth and get what you need out of these vitamins. Okay, who out there has ever taken an energy shot? One of those monster drinks or the 5-hour energy. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could have the same energy from that drink without the crash? Like the up, rise up and the big crash. Well, that's what this is. This is a natural energy drink and it actually gives you sustained energy. What's the most awesome about it is that it's made with all natural ingredients and it's not very high in caffeine. So if you're one of those people that can't have a lot of caffeine, this only has the caffeine of a small coffee. And of course, we have solutions in other aspects of our lives. So if you think about Isagenix as a grocery store, these are the aisles that you could go down to pick out what you need from your grocery store. So it's an online grocery store. So we have solutions in all types of food. We have solutions in all types of supplements. And we also have solutions in skincare, things to give you energy and help you with performance, nutrition, snacks, because we all snack. It's a good thing to have a great snack. Even joint health. We have solutions in all different aspects. Now, the next thing we need to consider is this company a world-class partnership? What's so amazing about this company? And is this the company that's right for you? So the vision of Isagenix, this wonderful company, is not little. We're not talking about just where they are in Arizona, because they're from Arizona. Their vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the largest health and wellness company in the world. Now, they're not just talking about network marketing companies. They're talking about taking on Johnson & Johnson, and that's powerful because this company is on the rise. They're only 13 years old, and in reality, that's baby. That's a baby in a company like this. They're very young. These are some of the founders in the company, and I'm going to give you a little bit of their background as well. So, the right company. If you look up in the corner, we've got Jim and Kathleen Cooper, the co-founders. And in the bottom, on the right-hand side, we've got John Anderson. He's the formulator. He started the formulations of the products. And then, of course, on the bottom, on the left, we've got Eric Coover, who we saw speak earlier in a video. Now, the story goes, John Anderson, he's one of the world's greatest formulators. He's known all over the world, and if you've ever walked into a Popeyes or a GNC, I can tell you probably about 70% of the products sitting on the shelf have had a hand with this man. What he didn't like about making products like that is that he would make the formulation, sell it to a company, and then they would cheapen the formulation with inferior ingredients, and they'd swap out and they put fillers in it so they could decrease the cost and increase their income. John didn't like that. He wanted the products to be pure. He wanted them to have high quality, and he wanted them to do what he designed them to do. So he wanted to form a company. He called Jim and Kathy, who were people that he knew. Jim and Kathy, both very successful in other companies. Kathy was successful in 3 other network marketing companies, becoming their top agent in all 3. And Jim had a phenomenal business background. And he had actually worked with other network marketing companies on their compensation or payment plan. So the 3 of them got together and made this company. What's awesome about it is they're 13 years old and they've had over a decade of financial stability. That's amazing. They were stable in their first year. They have lots of network marketing experience and they have great ranking in the global industry in network marketing. They have amazing world-class products and they have a family-based atmosphere. So their son, they've raised this company for their son so that their son, Eric, can jump in, and he did when he was 23. Now, the timing and growth of jumping into this company, Isagenix, is amazing. So if you can see, just like any other starter company, the growth is slow at first, but in the last 2 years, it has been rocketing how quickly this company's been growing. And that's due to us expanding into multiple international markets. It's a global opportunity. So we've got success in 12 countries. We actually just soft launched, or preemptive launched into another company in Malaysia, and they've got strong growth in international markets around the world. So if you're looking for something where you can work with people outside of your normal network, social media matches up really well to this concept. The last thing that's really important about Isagenix is the opportunity to create wealth. And I know each one of you, this is important for you right now because you all have families, and you're probably facing the same thing that this family faced, is the fact that they've got 2 young people here with a lot of debt from student loans and getting their education and starting their lives, buying a house, and then they've got children to raise. And in reality, all we're doing when we start out is chasing the income. And wouldn't it be nice to actually spend time with your family and help raise your kids, be there with them? That's what this family did. Quite amazing. So I want to remind you right before we go into the last bit of why you're here. Your friend wanted to invite you to join a global movement of amazing people who are living their lives with no limitations. It's far too common for people to be complaining about how they don't have enough time or money to pursue the things they enjoy. And I love to ask people this question. If you're always trading time or money for your freedom, one for the other, how is it possible that you can never have both at the same time? We are shifting the paradigm of simply earning a living to creating a life with freedom, passion, fun, and contribution. And that's why your friend asked you to come here. So the last part of this equation is you. And of course, it's the most important one, because no matter what, if you're not on board, this is not the thing for you. And you are the deciding factor. You are the important part in this whole idea, because it all has to work for you. So how can you make money with Isagenix? Well, it's really simple. It's actually the simplest business concept that I know. You use the products. So right away, we get you started with a system that's going to work for you and help you with the health goal that you have in mind. You're going to feel awesome. The results are going to be visual. They're going to be emotional. And you're just going to want to tell people. You're going to share it. Okay? And as people start the system, start to feel amazing, what you'll notice is that certain people will just step right up and want to do this with you. It's that easy. Now, remember at the beginning when I said we wanted to pay it forward and that this was a gift? Well, it is, because somebody changed my life by sharing this gift with me. And I'll tell you, she wasn't somebody I knew very well, but she's one of my best friends now, and her name's Angela as well. When you feel what these products can do for you, you're simply going to want to shout it out loud to the world. And that's as simple as it is. All we do is eat the products and use them. We eat it, we love them, and we share it. And believe it or not, it's a very, very powerful thing to be able to build a business based on something you love. So who are the people that are best to partner with you in this company? Simple. People that are looking for a solution in health or wealth, and then the other people, the people with dreams, and they need a vehicle to get them there and a little fuel to fuel them along. So it's pretty simple, and I'm not going to go into the whole idea and the whole business concept here, but it basically comes from sharing. So just imagine right now, I know while we were going through some of this, you were thinking of a couple people. I hope you wrote them down. If you have a pen right now, write down a couple people's names. So let's say your friend is Robert. You get Robert started. Robert wants to lose some weight and get quicker in his runs. So we help Robert get started. And for helping Robert get started, remember, you get a bonus. The company gives you back a referral bonus. Same thing with your friend Sue. Sue is excited. She wants to age gracefully and make her skin look beautiful. So we get Sue started on a pack that's going to do that for her. By helping Sue out, the company Isagenix is going to give you another bonus. The next step is even more important, because You help your 2 friends, but the company also wants you to help your friends get those bonuses. So then we partner together, and you and I together help Robert and Sue help more people. So Robert helps Jill and Joe get started, and Sue helps Kevin and, sorry, I can't read the other name there. I'll just call him John. The company then gives you a bonus for helping your friends Robert and Sue, and Robert and Sue get the bonus as well. It's as simple as that. It's just a network sharing. The other thing that's really, really cool is you don't just get paid and get money back for what you do. You actually earn from everything the people you bring into the organization do. From now on, there's an unlimited amount of money that can roll up to you. And the wonderful thing is, by helping your friend change their life, change their financial future, you're going to benefit for it. I know there's a lot of stuff on this slide. You don't have to worry about any of that. We'll show you how that works after. Just know that you are going to earn and do well when you help a team of people. And I love that, because in no other business in the world do you actually get paid for growing a team and helping people that much. So why is this so cool? Isagenix is really cool. For $29, and that's your membership fee. What business do you know that for $29 a year you can get all of this? This is what they do. They give you the tools to grow the business right off the bat. So I know there's other companies out there where you actually have to buy a business pack. You don't have to do that here. As soon as you buy your first pack, you're given all these tools. You get your own website. You get your online grocery store. You get all the mobile tools you need to both help your friends do the program and also build your business. There's free videos, free training. There's events everywhere, all over the world. And it's an international business. So if you have a friend in Australia, we can help you help your friend in Australia. For those of you in a younger age group, there's actually a team dedicated to you. What I love most about this is that all of this is free. In no other business could you ever get this. In fact, I actually pay triple that cost for my chiropractic website per month. The concept is simple. You're just switching what you're buying from the grocery store, and you're going to buy a bunch of it from Isagenix. How do they find the money to pay you? I know that's one of your questions. Well, they skip the middleman. They don't have to pay the grocery store to hold the food. The grocery store doesn't have to pay all of the money to promote the sales and do all the advertising and stuff. So the money that the company saves in advertising and shipping and all of that stuff, the warehousing, that's the money that they can help you with. That's the money that comes back to you. Okay? So how can you get started today? And I know you're thinking, what pack is going to be best for me and based on what I need to do? So if you're really serious about jumping in and sharing this and building an income and changing your life, the Business Builder Pack is awesome. In that pack, there is enough food for an entire family. And I call it the business pack or the family pack, because if you have a family that you want to help change their health, this is a great pack to start with. It's got all the program that you need. It's got athlete products for one of the athletes. So say your hubby, if you're a man out there or a wife or anybody who's an athlete, there's products for you there. There's products for the kids. There's all the vitamins and supplements you need to change your relationship with food. Now, if that's not what's going to be right for you, we've got other packs that are really good. So the Weight Loss President's Pack is a single person's pack. They also come in performance packs and healthy aging packs. So the President's Pack comes with all of the food you're going to need to supply 2/3 of your food for the month to completely change your relationship with food. The nutrition and the supplements that you're going to need to get your body recovering are going to be in the vitamins. And as well, we cover all the snacks, because we all know you can't out-snack a bad snacking habit. You might as well have the snacks that are good for you, right? All right, so those are the packs. And of course, that's just a basic introduction. I know you're going to want to ask the person who invited you here tonight to give you, to help you pick the right pack. And again, if one of those packs wasn't the right pack for you, we do have some smaller packs for getting started, because I do understand that some people have a budget and it's important that we just get you started, okay? So if those other packs weren't the right ones for you, one of these ones might be. So again, at this point, I want to refocus on the vision that we're talking about here, to ignite all, it says young people, but I look at, I'm a young person at heart. So let's change it. To ignite all people to own their lives physically and financially, and through our contributions, our ability to give back, to create freedom and a lasting legacy. And let's take a look at one more video. This video is going to explain exactly what I mean. Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
All young people, no matter where they're from, race, colour, sex, height, whatever, we all deserve the same freedom that Ashes can create, the Start Your Life movement can create for us.
I believe that at the core of who we are as human beings, we seek a couple of different core feelings, including the feeling of freedom, purpose. I feel like Isagenix delivers that.
We are a generation of not wanting to do things the way our parents did and wanting to push the boundaries.
We now know and understand how many lives we can actually impact with our time and the money that we're earning with Isagenix. We can give back. This community is been able to take what this passion is right, not to wait around for 4 years, to do something incredible.
To have a group of young people that is moving forward on a mission together to better this world and to go against the status quo of the 40-40-40 plan.
Here's a community of young people, ages 18 to 35, who are passionate about living, passionate about being fulfilled.
Before Isagenix, I was burnt out. I was fried, unfulfilled, out of integrity with who I was, not liking who I was, not proud of who I was becoming.
I was overweight. I was tired all the time. I was in debt, living paycheck to paycheck every single week.
Before Isagenix, we woke up in a really tiny apartment. We always joke because we live in Monmouth.
I was tired, and beyond that, I was just really lost, and I felt incomplete.
I was very unhappy, very unmotivated with life.
My life was in shambles. I was looking for mind, body, and spirit, and I didn't have it. I was introduced to Isagenix by my sister. She says, I just met these ladies, and they're like 50 years old, and they look like 30, and we're doing what they're doing.
My beautiful friend Rebecca got started on Isagenix. She was amazing enough to share it with me. She said, I have amazing energy, and I said, I want whatever you're doing. Like, that's what I want.
I've been on Isagenix products for 10 months, and it has been absolutely amazing.
I feel like the Start Group is a place that allows people to create whatever it is that they feel like they deserve in their lives.
Start Group is just a subculture of this amazing company. It's authentic. These people have such high integrity.
It's a mindset of what we can accomplish when we all come together. When we come together, we can change the world, and that's exactly what Isagenix has allowed us to do, and that's what we're doing.
What we're falling in love with was helping somebody change their life.
Not only that, I am able to create an income and by sharing it to people. Like, you get paid to help people get better in their lives.
It's exciting to know that we're all the same age and we're all working together. We're all working for the same thing.
Because Start people were permission bearers. We're able to say, yes, you can do this too. You can be, do, and have everything that you want. And here's this massive community of people that are going to hold you up and hold you accountable and see the greatness in you that your network might not see in you, and that's okay. But we're going to be a stand for you, even if you're not a stand for yourself.
This can help everyone. This can really help so many people. And I feel like I'm doing people a disservice by not sharing with them.
You're going to be able to help so many people, and it's just the best feeling in the world. It's awesome to be at home, to be a dad, to not miss out on, morning breakfast with my daughter, picking her up out of bed, coming home at lunchtime every day and having lunch with her.
We invite you to take ownership of your life.
And through contribution,
begin creating your freedom and your legacy.
Come, start your life.
What part of that spoke to you? What part of that resounded in your heart? I want you to remember that. Because without this, I wouldn't be here today. I'd be in a very, very dark place. And I want to help you find the light. What's your next step? How do you get started today? By ordering today, your box is going to be at your door in 2 to 3 days. 5 days from now, it'll be Wednesday again, and we're going to be running this webinar again. And that's the day that you're going to feel so great. You're going to want to call everybody you know and ask them to take a look. All we have to do is get you started. So right now, you're one of 3 people, and no matter where you are in those 3 people, it's okay. You could be the person that's ready to get started right now. And all you have to do is send me a text, or Katie or whoever invited you here and said, can you send me an order form? Can you call me? Let's do this. You could be the person that has questions. You might have a little health concern, or you might want to ask about a certain product or a certain program, or figure out what's going to work for you. And that's great too. You're going to connect with your person that brought you here. They're going to help you with that. And then again, you know, this might not be something for you right now, but you might have a referral for us who would love this opportunity, either in the business, to partner with us, or to change their health. And we're going to thank you for letting that person, for giving us that person's referral. So you're going to start now. How? Like I said, just call us and we'll sign you up for the rewards membership, which is also the membership that gives you all the tools. Like a Costco membership for the year, it's wholesale. You're going to save 40% off all of your purchases for the next year. We're going to order your pack and it's going to come to your door in 3 to 5 business days, depending where you are in the country. You're going to review your pack with your coach and they're going to set you up for success. So thank you so much for coming out tonight, everyone. I hope you've heard that one thing that can help you change your life. I want you to now remember your destination. The vehicle and the fuel that you use are up to you. If you're not getting anywhere near that destination, I invite you to take a look at our vehicle and our solutions and our fuel. You can start right now. So connect with the person who invited you here. And if you don't know who that is, please send me a message. You can reach me on my cell phone at 705-888-1114 or by email at dr.martin, M-A-R-T-I-N, .king@gmail.com, and I'll make sure I get you connected with the person who invited you. Now, at this time, I'd like to say goodnight, and if anybody has any questions, we're going to leave the floor open. All you have to do is raise your hand, and I will come out and bring you out, and you can ask your questions. So thank you so much for spending some time with us tonight. On behalf of Katie, I'd like to say goodnight on her part too. I'm not sure what happened there, but I know that she was dedicated to being on this call with us. So if you've had all your question answered, have a great night, and we will talk to you all very soon. Thank you.